Hello football fans, welcome to United Home. Here you'll get breaking transfer news, match updates, and exclusive inside training content. Show your support by liking the video, commenting your thoughts, sharing with other fans, and subscribing to join the United Home family. Manchester United issue injury update on two players amid big finish to the season. Plan Matthijs de Ligt and Mason Mount are both out injured for Man Ut at the moment, and Michael Carrick has given an update on their fitness. Michael Carrick is hoping Mason Mount can deliver a big finish to the season after the £55 million midfielder returned to training ahead of Sunday's fixture with Crystal Palace. The Manchester United midfielder has missed the last 4 games under Carrick, and although the clash with the Eagles could come too soon for him, he is in contention for a return to the squad next week. Mount scored the winner when United beat Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park in November, but he's played just 1 minute under Carrick, and the change in formation has reduced his chances to start. That win in South London was the last time Matthijs de Ligt appeared in the Premier League, and the Dutch centre-back is still struggling with a back injury, and Carrick confirmed he isn't yet back in training. Mason is getting closer. He's on the grass. He's looking to be around it pretty soon, said Carrick. We've had to be patient. He's a good player, so we're looking after him and making sure he's ready for a big finish to the season. Matthijs has had a back issue which has been a bit slow to progress. It's something we've been working through. He's in the right direction, but a bit further behind. De Ligt has been close to returning a couple of times during his 3-month absence, before then complaining about pain in his back, and Carrick is reluctant to put a time frame on his return. It's the nature of the injury, the issue in the back. It's a difficult one to pin down time-wise. He's definitely improving, he said. Manchester United's next transfer action is obvious after telling financial statement. Manchester United face a hugely important summer transfer window, and CEO Omar Barada has provided a telling statement after their second quarter financial results were released. Mood music at Manchester United has been transformed since Michael Carrick's arrival at Old Trafford in mid-January. The interim head coach has lifted spirits at a club which has badly lost its way. Carrick's simplicity has allowed players to flourish after complaints of being put in a back 3 straitjacket under Ruben Amorim. Results have been impressive with wins over title-chasing Manchester City and Arsenal, which will always lift levels of optimism. And the Reds' on-field results are not the only thing looking up at M16. United announced their second quarter financial results on Wednesday, with the club posting an operating profit of £32.6 million in the first 6 months of fiscal 2026. That figure is a marked difference to the same period in 2025, when the Reds posted a £3.9 million operating loss. It should be noted that the club undertook several cost-cutting measures, which resulted in controversial job losses. But United's finances are looking up, and CEO Omar Barada has hinted at investment on players given their strong position. We continue to take a football-first approach and invest in both our men's and women's first teams, he said. That statement bodes well for United's summer transfer business with midfield a priority, regardless of who the club's permanent head coach will be. Brighton and Hove Albion's Carlos Baleba and Crystal Palace's Adam Wharton have been most heavily linked since the summer. Both were considered when Amorim was in charge, but their price tags made any deal impossible, given the club's significant summer spending and the absence of European football at Old Trafford this term. United should be well positioned to attract top talent this summer, though. The Reds' impressive form under Carrick has put them in a good position to secure a lucrative return to the Champions League, potentially earning them £100 million next season. The performance levels may have dipped in recent games, with clunky showings against West Ham and Everton. That will cause concern ahead of tough matches on paper against Newcastle and Aston Villa over the next few weeks. However, the momentum generated under Carrick, combined with the club's positive financial results, bodes well as United look to become a credible force on the pitch again. Matthijs de Ligt faces new Manchester United challenge as he targets injury return Manchester United centre-back. Matthijs de Ligt has been out for 3 months with a back injury, but he could return in March. When Matthijs de Ligt returns to the Manchester United team, which could be within the next month, he will find it is unrecognisable from the last time he pulled on the shirt. De Ligt last played for United on November 30th, when there was still hope that Ruben Amorim could deliver the answers at Old Trafford. That win at Crystal Palace steadied the ship after the disastrous defeat to 10-man Everton, and there was no sense that within 5 weeks, the Portuguese head coach would have left the club. The brief Darren Fletcher era passed De Ligt by, and his return will now come under Michael Carrick, who has breathed new life into United's season and given them a golden opportunity to return to the Champions League with 11 Premier League games remaining. If there is a problem for De Ligt, beyond returning to full fitness after 3 months out injured, it is that the change in the dugout means United now field 2 centre-backs rather than 3, and he has lost momentum during his spell on the sidelines. De Ligt had been intermittently feeling back pain before aggravating it in United's win at Crystal Palace at the end of November. He came through that fixture and, at the time, had played every minute of the Premier League season to date. But that run of 1,170 minutes stopped dead in South London, and the counter hasn't started ticking since. A week later, Amorim confirmed the injury, but said he expected De Ligt's absence to be short. For Mata, it is a small thing. I expect to have Matai's next game at Molineux, he said. That was the start of December, but De Ligt hasn't been seen for United since. Updates from the 3 head coaches to have taken charge of the first team since then have played down his absence. Carrick referred to De Ligt as having had a setback about a month ago, but then attempted to correct himself, and club sources clarified after that press conference that they wouldn't refer to the issue as a setback. A month has passed since then, and the Dutch centre-back is still not back in training or available for selection. And Amorim's initial claim that he would be fit to face Wolves at Molineux on Monday, December 8th, only adds to the intrigue. That statement hasn't helped De Ligt's situation, although he has remained positive and upbeat during his rehabilitation. It is understood that there has been no significant setback, and there is no mystery to the 26-year-old's absence. It is simply the case that the issue has proven harder to shift than had been expected. De Ligt is in regularly at Carrington doing his rehab, and on a couple of occasions, he has felt close to a return, only to feel pain again in the back area. Every time that happens, it delays his return, and it is why Amorim, Fletcher and Carrick have all found it difficult to put a timescale on it, with United now cautioning against a time frame, and Carrick speaking more generically of late. It has been unfortunate timing. De Ligt was in the best form of his United career before his injury, as his status as an ever-present in the Premier League proved. While he has been forced to watch, he has seen Harry Maguire and Lisandro Martinez flourish as a partnership in the centre of defence. Maguire has been outstanding under Carrick and is looking like he could earn himself a new contract. Martinez picked up a calf injury last week that ruled him out of the win at Everton, but he is expected to return to training before the return fixture against Crystal Palace on Sunday. That might come too soon for the Argentine, but in 20-year-old Lenny Yoro, who looks to be over his own patchy form under Amorim, United have an able deputy. De Ligt